Tomorrow could be the last day of Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy's government in Spain. The nation's parliament seems ready to oust Rajoy in a no-confidence vote and replace him with a Socialist Party leader, Pedro Sanchez. Let's bring in Maria Tadeo, Bloomberg's Spanish economy reporter in Madrid. Maria, it looks like the opposition has enough votes to win this no-confidence vote against Rajoy. The question is, will Rajoy resign before the vote takes place? What are we hearing?
That's right. So it's going to take a miracle for Rajoy to stay in office. Rivals from across the political spectrum have essentially lined up against him. Rajoy could have technically resigned, but he's decided not to do it. What we understand from sources close to the PP is that he knows he will be defeated but won't resign. And essentially, they've just accepted that Rajoy will be ousted. An unprecedented situation in Spain. A prime minister has never been unseated by parliament, and he's going to be replaced by the Socialist Party leader, Pedro Sanchez.
Overall, though, Maria, just to put it in context for people whose focus has mostly been on Italy the last several days, the situation is not comparable in the sense that, by and large, there's no change to the sort of roughly centrist pro-Europe stance of whatever government comes in.
That's right. That's a big difference when it comes to Italy. At the end of the day, markets, when it comes to Spain, they had priced in that Rajoy would have stayed in office till 2020. That's not going to be the plan. But the Socialist Party, they're very different to that of Italy and the populism we're seeing in Italy. This is a party that's been in government before. It's clearly a party that wants to stay in Europe, the euro. That's not a question. In Spain, the only issue when it comes to the socialists is what is their economic policy. And again, they said they wanted to call an election. Today, they didn't give themselves any deadline. They could stay in office till 2020. That's something that clearly markets were not prepped for, but it's a situation we're in. Rajoy is going to be kicked out, and Pedro Sanchez is going to be the new prime minister.
So, Maria, explain to me what kind of concessions are going to have to be made here in order to get those like the Catalan separatist parties on side, because we all know the Catalonia situation just brews beneath the surface for Spain in particular. And what about the kingmakers, the potential kingmakers here, which is the Basque nationalists, because there were wrangling going on with their Prime Minister Rajoy with those guys too. So just break it down in terms of who gets what and how they get it.
That's right. It's all going to be essentially down to 5 lawmakers from a tiny region in northern Spain. They've worked with everyone. This is a party that can really cut deals with the PP. In fact, they did. They approved the budget last week. And now we know that they're going to lean towards the socialists. And hopefully, if it works out tomorrow for the socialists, land Pedro Sanchez in the government office. What we understand is that the socialists have told them they're not going to call an election. That was their concern for the Basque party. And they're going to keep the budget in place. That included a financial windfall for them, so they're going to get to keep that. And when it comes to Catalonia, you pointed it out, it's a very sensitive issue in Spain. The socialists are saying we're not going to offer any concessions, but again, the Catalans do feel that they might get a better deal, especially those who are in prison and jail facing court and very long sentences in prison. If the socialists are in power, they think the PP would probably take a much harder line. With the socialists in power, they might get a better deal.